Yo. Okay. Hello, this is Red Hawk again, and my top of the day is the American flag. What my theory is of what it stands for. So my spirit woman will speak now first, then I'll go on and start talking.
Hello, my name is Yellow Cougar, and it's 33 degrees. It's snowing medium to heavy. It feels like 27 degrees. A lot of 90% precipitation of snow expected. It's after 2:30. I don't know what time it is. I'll just say it's 2:40 p.m. Wednesday, March 9th, 2022. And remember to share, like, and subscribe. Thank you.
Now, I get to this topic, and to my Latino listeners or watching, hola, to my Chinese public, ni hao, and I'm gonna have more. But today, I'm gonna be talking about the Navajo Code Talkers. I want to give praises to the Most High for their service. Because if it wasn't for the Navajo Code Talkers, we would have lost the war. And because Japan was kicking America's butt, and a lot of people don't know the Germans was behind the attack because Germany and Japan are very tight. That's their allies. I don't know how they is today, but back then they was allies. Like I said before, that's why when you see karate, you always see the Japanese got their Hitler mustache or swastika because they was loyal to them. And getting back to what I'm saying about the flag, I respect everybody that fought in the war that died for this country and stuff like that. But I respect that because my uncle was also in a World War II. But everybody have freedom of speech. Everybody have a different opinion. But the flag was not good to Native Americans or other people. And my theory is everybody got their own theory, but some natives believe that the red in the flag is the Indian blood that was spilled for this country. America was built on lies, blood, sweat, and tears for people that that got killed, especially Indians. They would storm, and that's why I'm not patriotic to the flag. And the flag also represents like states that's now because there was only 13 colonies. They colonized things and stuff like that, but to me it's not real very good. And the flag also, people may not agree with me, the flag also was gang colors back then because when the Irish was in New York at that time, when they went to war with the English, they wore blue, they wore red and white t-shirts representing the flag. The English wore blue and white. You don't believe me? Just look at the movie Gangs of New York. You will see what I'm talking about. And that's what I was saying about that. And getting back to the law, because the Constitution really come from the Six Nations of state New York. They had courts and things in England, but it wasn't introduced to this country until they came here. Indians already had their own constitution, so they borrowed bits and pieces from them, like I said before. And it wasn't good when they came here, like because everything in America is illegal. Even I know you got to have this stuff now to protect the country, because if we didn't have no military, all kind of people just take this country over. Like when the natives had it, they didn't mind sharing the land, but they try to exterminate them. They didn't, people that came here and stuff like that, like the cold talkers, they get credit, but they should have got they didn't get the praises like they should have got and stuff like that. And so That's why I was, saying it wasn't right what was done to them either. And like I was saying, like when a cop stop you, um, like when you have your car registered, you really sign a contract. Just like an actor, he get a script, he signs a contract and stuff like that. So that's why when a cop say they own this car, he's telling the truth. Because in reality, nothing's free in America. They'll tell you it's free, but it's not. Cause and stuff like that. When people pledge allegiance to the flag, they say one nation under God. I tell people that's not true. Because one nation under God, people never owned slaves or Indians. Most of the presidents owned slaves, and and a lot of great injustice was done. Some tribes got wiped out, and that's why when I see those audit people, when they say they obey the law, what laws they talking about? So, because laws was created here by men to govern this country and stuff like that. That's why when they say I obey the law, you obey because the country was seized. Like I said before, everything in America is illegal. I mean, there's nothing you could do about it, but I understand how it works. It's like policies is set up to protect people, even though that's not the law. But the law you follow is not the law either. I mean, it's here for a reason too, because Indians believe that paperwork is all illegal, and the law is not for everybody, because the laws, like I said, was made up and stuff like that. So when I tell people stuff, they just look at me, but I'm speaking the truth and stuff like that. When they say that they obey the law, I tell them what law or like who independence that you fighting for, or like Fourth of July. All this stuff have a meaning and stuff like that. Whose Fourth of July is it, yours or theirs? So I don't celebrate holidays either. And when the country was seized, I never had none of those um, audit guys say about Indians help with the Constitution and stuff like that. Nobody never said. They keep trying to say that he got that from the Indians. That guy that was, Benjamin Franklin. Yeah, he got his laws, Constitution from Indians. But I never heard none of them mention the Indians. Like he didn't have no part in that. So that's why I said the country was seized. When a country is seized, it's like if you go to a country and fight another country. Once you conquer that land, you plant your flag there, which is a gang color flag. But in my theory, so uh, some Indians believe too that the flag, the red in the flag, is the Indians' blood that was spilled for this country, and the white stands for purity for Europeans. I'm not saying all Europeans bad, but those type of Europeans thought they was gods over everybody. That's the same way the audit people, they think they gods over everybody, that they don't have to listen to nobody, like they right in everything they say, but they can't be right when they, like I said before, I had to keep putting that in people's head when they say I'm your boss. They really not your boss. Um, God is the boss. That's who you supposed to be afraid of. God is the boss. That's why when this older guy came up to me one day and said, I'm your boss. I said, no, you're not. God is my boss. Y'all use all that stuff to get fear in people like that. It's not right. So that's why like everything is a contract. Like when you take an oath, like when you become sworn in as a judge or something, you got to get sworn in, and the flag is right there to obey the system that created you. All this stuff is created to keep people in check. That's like I tell my son, try not to break the law, because when you go to jail, that's a business. They make billions of dollars or people incarcerated. So it's like a business. It's $1 billion business a year, because they the house of prisoner. I know a guy that was in prison for 20 years. He said they paid $28,000 a month for him staying there. So you think of all the millions of dollars that they make off these prisoners. And some prisoners are guilty and some is in there that's innocent. But the way they act, the order people, they act like practically everybody in there is good, and that's not true. So what laws they following and stuff like that? I know, they got laws now to protect the country because if you didn't have no military, um, anybody can invade this country and take it over. That was a that was their goal. The Japanese and Germans, they wanted to take America over. If they had took this country over, like I said before, we speaking German and Japanese. So I don't bow down to the system of what these people say because I feel everybody should be treated with respect, and they don't respect anybody because they all really give their praise to the old glory. And like I said before, I respect people. 'Cause I know people have lost people in the war, which I have lost family members too. But they know my family. Everybody got their own um, agenda. Um, I'm not patriotic. Even my uncles that respect me, and they was soldiers. My uncle is 99 years old now. I think I spoke about him before. I'm trying to get them to like the audit guys. They should be a little more nice to people. They just start cussing, and the reason they cuss like that because they got spirits around them. And when the universe, like I said before, I keep saying this over and over. The universe can hear things and stuff like that. Like my mother told me, if you be quiet real good or meditate and block everything, you can hear the angels playing um, their harps and horns. So much noise down on the earth, you can't hear it because it's all the stuff like factories, cars, machinery keep you from hearing things. And like I said before, I'm not patriotic. Um, I don't respect the American flag, but I respect the people that fought and died for this country. I would never fight because they tried to draft me back in '76. I said I can't go because if you're real true to your culture, you wouldn't go in the war. But some people would fight. That's I heard some people say they fight just to get a paycheck, and stuff like that. But I wish all the people would start respecting, talk to, excuse me, because I don't like the way they talk to people. Once you get in a debate with them, if they see that they know they're gonna get away with certain things. Like I said, they always threaten people with the camera. They turn around and say the camera's not a weapon, but it is if you use it like that. 'Cause like I said before, my other channel, it can ruin people's lives. And you hear them always say, "You're gonna be on the internet forever." Like that's even though it's not totally a threat, but in the way it is, he's trying to use tactics to scare people by saying that, like that's gonna scare people. And another thing, if a person is on a job, even though you can ask questions, but to me, a lot of them just come there to harass people, and they will not. They don't have respect for nobody, but they want everybody to respect them. So they follow this pledge of allegiance thing. I don't pledge allegiance to nothing and stuff. 'Cause this stuff was put here, but it's put here now. Because other places so bad. And like I said, America is the greatest country to live in. No matter if America do things too. That's why everybody come here. And I have been called savage, prejudiced, because I have a strong opinion about certain people. Some people come here, they do appreciate the country. Some come here, they don't appreciate it. And the people that come here, some of them don't even like you, but they in this country. Like I said, I can't go to their country and say nothing like that. I get kicked out, probably getting murdered for having an opinion and stuff like that. So, like, I'm getting back to what I was saying about this flag. It has not been nice. That's why, like, to Indians, they just storm on Indian villages and just kill. And I'm not saying nothing bad about the military, but the army know that they did these things. It was the first military, 100 something years ago, and all the other ones came out later. They was and stuff like. that. So I'm just letting people know I don't follow contracts and stuff because, uh, like a lot of the presidents, they script it too. Like when you become president, you think they reading from their own mouth like a person write a song. They have somebody write their speeches. So what some of them be saying is not coming from their heart. And that's why when I was in school, that's my given right. My rights, that's violating my rights when they try to send you to the principal office because I wouldn't salute the flag at school. They said I was disrupting the class. My mother said, no, he's not. My mother said, I come from a reservation and I taught my children to respect themselves, and respect others. But all the people, they got it like, if you don't apologize, I won't press charges. It's like they using tactics on people and stuff like that, and they always want to file a complaint. Sometimes the complaint don't even be legit. I've watched what they be saying, so I know who they follow. Like I said before, the country was seized. Indians didn't mind sharing the land with other people, but they try to wipe the Indians out completely. And I said before, and the girl asked me why. I said, to make room for immigrants. I'm not saying all immigrants is bad, but some immigrants come here do looking for a better life, and some of them don't. It's like you got bad Americans. So that's why when people hear me talk, they think that he don't like immigrants, but I said that's not true. I'm talking about the bad ones. Even immigrants, I told don't even like other immigrants that do bad things that make them look bad too. That's what I'm saying. And see, when you script it, it's not good. So most of the president don't write their own speeches, so they follow that law too. The system is created to turn you to a criminal. I said this in one of my other things, but I'm trying to embed it in people's brains to know what I'm talking about. And that's why I said the flag wasn't nice to people. And everybody have their own belief and stuff like that. Uh, the stars is states that when European when they start calling it a state, you have to conquer that land and make it out of a state. And once it's made out of a state, after they murder and get rid of the Indians, conquer that land, then they make it out of a state, then they add that to the flag. So America was built again on deceit, like blood, sweat, and tears. And as Indian, I guarantee you can, if you dig up the whole entire United States, you'll find an Indian barrack somewhere. Buildings and streets is probably around top of them because they was all over the United States. Some tribes did get wiped out, and I feel bad when I saw this movie. I just started crying because I get emotional too. Even though I'm a man, I get emotional about anything. Nobody's supposed to be treated like that. No matter what color you is, everybody got a right to have a good life and don't get around negative stuff. When you get around negative stuff, that's why like when those other people always say walk of shame, I said that in my other video. That's not the walk of shame. He just walking away from you because he can't reason with you and he can't make you understand him. So in order not to get the competition, you walk away. I have walked away from people, so I guess I'm doing a walk of shame too. But I'm not. I'm walking away to not have an altercation with this person. Sometimes I don't know how everybody works, but everybody vibes is different. And so like they could turn physical. That's why people walk away, and they know why cops don't like nobody walking them back on, and they try to play dumb like they got amnesia. Like what you doing, Smokey? Oh, he's eating my cat. um, these things are set up for a reason, like policies and stuff. And some of them just going places to be filming nothing. I see what the hell you keep filming walls for the walls that make it look like they doing something. And like I said too, they follow the law with law. Because this country didn't even have laws in it until the people came in. I think they created what he intended for to be for everybody to stay in their own country when he created different parts of the land until he got ready for people that might integrate with other people. But other people that came from other countries and killed people and conquered, that's evil. That's what they did to the Indian and slaves that was brought here. And so I might get a lot of anger in me, and so sometimes I get so mad I don't make sense sometimes when I talk. But that's how mad I get. But I'm saying they should I should ask these artists, I know you gotta follow something, but who do y'all follow? The law that was made up, or do y'all follow the creator? Because I never heard none of them say, I want to give thanks to the Almighty for me waking up in the morning. They never say that on their channel. Never. All they interested in getting people reaction and messing with people on their job because they're the bosses. And they gotta look again. I'm saying it again. The word boss does mean you are overseer. Most bosses are nasty, and don't you see how they act? A boss is not a good word. That's why they should come up with new things to say. They don't say so much that it's wearing out. They don't wore the word out. Well, that's what they used to do in the slavery time. That's your boss. Yes, boss. Yes, boss. He had to say that, like I said before, he don't have a choice. But now, that's why when they say, I'm your boss, I pay your salary. Well, if it wasn't no people that you to make to get money from, you wouldn't be having no money even in your pocket. Because there wouldn't be nobody to get, so you can have money too. So that's why people should think about what they say. I do not like the way they talk to people. Uh, they follow everything. Some rules is not good either, and stuff like that. Like I said before, I know why they have them to protect the land for other people to come in this. To come in, because other people can come in. We didn't have no military. The country would get invaded and stuff like that, and it wouldn't be America beat us like all these other countries that having war right now, which they still have wars here too, and stuff like that. So it's bad and good, and bad people and good people. Like I said, if there was no bad, it wouldn't be no good. So then the world would be unbalanced. So that's why they have to have evil. But eventually, evil gonna lose and get wiped out, and everything is gonna be good. But that day happen, you just gotta take life one day at a time. That's why, like I said, I'm not patriotic to the flag, but that flag killed a lot of people, and the soldiers was corrupt too. When they went down south to supposed to protect the slaves, these were soldiers raping and killing the slaves their own self. That's what they did. So, order for me to respect the flag, I got to respect people, because they didn't respect, and they didn't even see my ancestors as human. I spoke to other Indians that lived worse than other people. I spoke to this Indian, I forgot what state he was from, but he said they would put his people in a cage, a man and woman, to see them mate. Like they were watching like lions mate, like they wasn't human. And so when I was at this military base in Brooklyn, I got insulted by some army soldiers, and their corporal put them in check. He said he's coming here to tell y'all something, y'all making fun of him. That's why I'm saying I don't follow stuff. I don't make my own rule. I follow rules. You will be following God's rules. That's who you supposed to be following, not that was put here on this earth. Because like these gangs, like Bloods and Crips, I talk to them. They only imitating something that was here before. That's why I don't respect a man when he makes a woman out of a pimp. That's the lowest form of man. You make a woman out of a pimp. You make a woman out of a prostitute. He's practicing something that was here centuries and thousands of years ago. He's imitating, you're imitating a slave, a master, what you're doing now. You're imitating what a master did back then to your people today. So y'all have to think about that. And the land was seized, and so like Europeans when they came here, well, white people in America today, they descended from Europeans. So that's why my wife never called them white. She said Euro, because they're European descent. They immigration wasn't made by no black man or Indian. Immigration was made by white immigrants that came here, and they'll tell people to go back to your own country. How are you gonna make somebody a citizen when you wasn't one to begin with? See what I'm saying? Everything is illegal. He did that so he can keep check on other people of color. Everything is not right. Even your social security number. Even if a Latino person don't have a Spanish name, his name can be Robert Williams. A social security card, they can still tell if he's a Latino or African American person, as they might say, because it's your social security card number is going to look different. Just like that's why they can tell even what zone you live in, they can tell what color you is by the card. But a white guy, if you look at their social security number, it's different. They can even tell what area when a person hit the lottery. It might they must have put the lottery winning ticket in a where there's more euros live at. Sometimes you can win money at a gas station if you're lucky. Sometimes, so everything is not correct, and I'm speaking on it, and I just don't like certain stuff. I don't worry about it. I know God will take care of that. That's the boss that everybody's supposed to look up to, but people seem to forget about him. That's why I don't like when they be saying, "I'm your boss. I pay your salary." Why you always gotta rub that in somebody's face because the person don't act right? So who is your boss? I mean, you don't have a boss, so y'all can just run around and insult people and tell people to f their mothers and stuff. I what they saying that you be telling people to get a better car. That's why I know they are the bosses. But to me, they're not nice bosses because bosses on jobs they like to fire people, and that's what most of them do. I don't like it one bit. And I only listen to the creator. Like I said, I could see things, and so the system is not right. But eventually, the system changes. It don't stay forever. Nothing lasts forever. And eventually, the system gonna change. After a while, you ain't gonna even have no money no more. Money ain't gonna be no good. 'Cause they put money now on cards. See that it's already happened. Eventually, they gonna get rid of currency. They ain't gonna have no more money. And these are the people. That's why I said before, y'all better hope that y'all have something to fall back on, because eventually, that's gonna stop too. Like going in buildings and uh, I'm not saying all of them do that, but most of them are right. But a lot of them, they pretend they for people rights, they for their own self. They just pretend that they for you and stuff like that. That's why one guy said, "I don't need you to fight for my rights." They don't give a damn about nothing. They don't like cops for one bit, and it's not right. Like I said before, you shouldn't be telling people don't talk to the cop. He could be trying to. What if a child got killed? And he trying to get information to find out about the child got killed? You gonna say, "Don't talk to the cop." How he gonna do something? And it's like now, like I said before, if even if a cop touch your camera, that's not assault. You ain't bleeding. That's why they sometimes the cop just look at you like that. Don't even really take action. Assault to me is breaking bones or busting somebody in the head. That's assault. Them little shoves I see them they be complaining about, and they so enamored like, "Don't touch me, don't touch me." Like they following the wrong thing. I think a lot of them think that they're God or above this law they got now. I don't think like that. Ollie, God is my boss. My mother taught me that respect other people, and like I said, they don't realize they the one wasn't brought up with manners and right. Because Indians know that things can hear in the universe is all kind. Cause look at when the angels follow Satan to earth, they became demons. So when you cuss so much, that's a demon making them things because he can even get in your body. Because the lady said when her husband get like that, his face changed. But that's not none of him. She said when he get real mad, she can hear his voice go up an octave and it change. Those are spirits. They can inhabit your body. When people be cussing people out because they don't talk or agree with them, those are spirits because they can hear in the universe. That's why I tell my son never wish bad luck on somebody and say, "I wish this person was dead." When you saying that the demon hear you, he can hear you. He's actually literally can hear you. He can say, "Oh, he wants to kill somebody." He can make somebody kill you. So that's why you gotta be careful what you say. And I know some cops got good intentions. Some of them don't, but they don't like. To me, don't like no cop. I would never. I heard one order person say, I hope you get killed in the line of duty. Why would you say that? No matter what, unless somebody one of the cop did something bad to you to feel like, or in some states you can get arrested for that. That's a threat, and you can so threaten people with a camera. I don't know why they won't say that, and they use their own stuff on them. They contradict their own stuff when they say, "I'm just a guy with a camera." A camera can so be used as a weapon. If they don't know that, there's something wrong. Because I hear them always say, I got millions of views, so that's like saying don't mess with me because the camera is like a shooting somebody, stabbing somebody. It is a weapon. I don't know why they can't see that. And yeah, like I said before, people they say, well, his camera's all in there. You can work like that because the camera is not in your face. When the people try to explain to them, all they care about is their right. They don't care about nobody's right because they say your rights don't chump mine and stuff like that. And they were telling people to get another job. Won't they get another job? Cause they not gonna get another job because if they're not doing this for no constitution, they doing this for the love of money. If they weren't doing it for the love of money, they wouldn't be telling other people to get another job. Telling people you should be a cop, go get another job. They tell people that, but I would say, how come? Well, won't you get another job? But they do be harassing people. I've seen some of them actually harass people. The person gets so frustrated he get up and leave. It's like when I said before, the country was seized, so that's what people like to follow paperwork. All that stuff is illegal. And like my topic today is talking about the flag. I'm not trying to put it down. I know people got family that died. I don't want them to think that oh he's talking bad about the flag and my son died. I'm not saying that, but I'm an Indian and I think differently. And the code talkers, I met them. Uh, they came to Foxwood. I even got a picture with them. I think the last one passed away, or I don't know when, but I respect them, and I wish I could have met all of them. I met a couple of them at Foxwood. They was there. I think they was getting honored there at the powwow. I think that was back in 2010 when I met them, and I took pictures with one of them. And I still got the picture. When I do my other channel, I'm gonna show it to y'all. That's what I was saying. Um, who law you following? Senator Franklin, I know that was good, but they would say that, y'all don't care about our forefathers. Well, they must forgot about the Indian. He was a forefather before Euros even came in this country. So, like I said, Indians always get disrespected and not people forget about them. And my mother, you have people that try to pretend to be Indian, they be lying. My mother called them bootleg Indians and stuff like that. It's just so much stuff that I see that really hurts my heart and feeling how people do. And like my mother said, she knows some Indians that told her back in the 1800s they used to take their ancestors, tie them to a tree, and take a pot of hot boiling water and pour it down the Indian's throat. Don't you know that if you get like a little burned on you and that blister come on your hand, that hurts. Imagine getting a big pitcher of hot water down your throat and it burns your inside. You get big blister on your inside. The person gonna die right away. I seen the movies like that, and you can see the smoke actually coming out of this Indian's mouth and nose. I felt so bad. Even though it was a movie, I couldn't even look at them more. I had to turn. I got angry, but they did do that, and so that's what I was saying when they said we follow the law. Everybody knows laws was made up and stuff like that. They here for a reason. I understand that, but like I said, the country was seized, and if you look up certain things, you will find out this stuff yourself. If I went to another person country and did what they did here, I seize the country, then I plant my flag. Then I say, this is mine now. And they just forgot about the Indian. Like some people don't even think Indians exist no more. When they look at me, this girl said, "Are you an Indian?" I said, "Yes." She said, "You're dark." I said, "You been watching many John Wayne movies and stuff like that? Indians don't go by color and stuff like that." but some people do, and that's why I don't, getting back to this flag, I'm trying to put out there to let people know that it's not good, uh, or like it's not good for the order people to keep telling people that they make people feel like they belittle. It's like they tell everybody, "I'm your boss. Everybody that works, they are boss." And I know that's what their title is. Like I don't like that word public service. They make them sound like they are slave to the cop, and they get treated so badly. And I see, even though the cop may not do what you do, and sometimes they just cuss the cop out here, and he's still being nice to them. And they be calling people ugly, and I see a lot of them who told them that they was nice looking, and stuff like that. I mean, I don't go by people's looks, but people should be careful how you treat people because the universe will treat you the same way. That's like when a person do a crime, sometimes he can elude the police for like 10 to 20 years, and all of a sudden he just get caught. You know why? The creator is the boss. He make him get caught. He said, "How do I get caught? I cover all my tracks. You can't escape God. He can see everything you do." So that's why I try to stay on the right side of the track. I don't have a police record. I don't want one. But the system sometimes is so harsh that people the system is set up to turn people to criminals, and some people fall into it. Like I said, if any of them were knowing anything um, about demons, you don't supposed to cuss. But I know it's sometimes you cuss because people get you upset, but they cuss to be cussing because they say we got freedom of speech, but still, um, common courtesy should tell you to be nice to people. And I don't know why all this stuff. I don't answer questions, and they want you to answer questions, but they don't answer questions because they follow that law that was put here. I know that the law is here for a reason. It's like policy is here for a reason, but they play dumb like they don't follow policy. Policy is set up to that protect people, and they think because it's not the law. It's like people if you say you could do something, if it's not in a book, they don't believe it. It's like something can happen. It don't necessarily have to be in the Bible, but it did happen. So I can see they follow rules and regulations and stuff like that. And that's why I was saying um, the country, back to what I was saying before, the country was seized. So everything here is illegal. I mean, there's nothing I can do about it. I can just pray for a better life and pray that people get help because I follow the law like not to break it, but we all know, and they should know too, that the Indian, he got his constitution from the Indian, but I don't hear none of them say that. They give all the credit to the white man. Like, I'm not trying to be racist, but they give, I got to stop saying white because they not white. My wife said, you call them European descent people, we call them Urals. That's what, all European, all white people that's in America now, they come from the European descent. So my wife called them Ural. She never called them white. She don't even believe in calling people black because you're not black. Really look up that platform and see what it really means. Because who wrote the dictionary? There was no person of color, so they put white in there as good. That's why you call a person white. You saying that they got power over you, like they appear as a driven snow and all that stuff. You look it up and look up the word black and see what it means. It's spineless, and I like you have some people. I'm not black. Isn't that they think they ashamed of being what they is? No, because they know that's not who they are. Even in Africa, a real cultured African person that come from a tribe, he would not call himself an African. He would go by his tribal name. He would say I'm a Zuni, or something like that, because he know a younger African person, he's more into like modern day stuff. The old Africans like 80 and 90 to 100 and some years old, they won't say they'll go by their tribal name. And so like that's what you're supposed to go by, not the name that was given to you. That's what we did in some of my family from the south in the '60s. They never would say black, they would say I'm colored, and stuff like that. And and that word nigger, people say that now, like, what's up, nigger? That's a bad word too, but that's for some other day I'll talk about. I'm mainly focused on the flag and stuff like that. What happened to the flag? Like I said, it's worse to me in the Confederacy flag and stuff like that. Hey, that was my cat. And I hope people take this video and strive. I'm just trying to bring awareness. I'm not about money or like, ooh, I got a Utah child, I can make money. And a lot of them know why they got the challenge. They get money for the wrong reason. Like I said before, I want to start a GoFundMe page for the natives out in New Mexico. I'm gonna have some of them on my talk show. Some of them live right here in Connecticut. I'm gonna have them on my show one day when they want to come on there and tell what's going on with their people in New Mexico that nobody cares about. They only care about other people. I'm not saying that's bad. Like um, Indian lives matter too, which I don't call myself that too much. You don't say that because the people use it. Because you can say I'm a native. That can mean anybody can be a native. I'm an indigenous person, original people of the land. Some Indians don't like to be called American Indian because that's not who he is. Columbus started that crap when he was in the Caribbean. He wanted to take. He wanted to made Queen Isabella think that he went to India. That's because he took some Indians from the Caribbean, took them back to the Queen, and she never seen nobody from America. And he told her that these was Indians from India. So that's where that word Indian come from. Even the East Indian person, no, I'm not the red American. They talking about us. They say red American. He said, I'm not the Indians that wear the feathers like they let them. Hey, what you doing? That's my cat acting crazy. But like I said before, the flag has not been good to people back then and stuff like that. That's why I said before, I don't want to offend anybody. I'm not patriotic. I don't salute the flag, but I do respect my uncle because he fought in World War II. He said, I'm not going to hate you, nephew. He said, that's your opinion. He said, a lot of people are going to tell you because a lot of people was hungry in them days. He said, a lot of people joined the army back then just to put food on the table. They didn't care about no flag. He said he did it for a paycheck. He was honest. But he said, that's what he did it for. Uh, uh, that's like I said, I appreciate the code talkers. They beautiful people, the Navajo. If they hadn't did what they did, we would have lost the war because they didn't. They would have found. They would have never found out about the code because they didn't know what they were saying. So that's good. But you could people gonna do what they want to respect who they want. Said everything in America is a contract. Even in the music business, when you make a record, you sign a contract to listen to them and stuff like that. That's why the flag, when people salute the flag, you saluting the system that created the flag. So I'm not patriotic. I say it again and again. I'm not patriotic to the flag, but I respect people and I respect other people's family that lost their lives and for fighting to maintain this country's safety. And I do respect that. And if it wasn't for the code talkers, this land would have probably got taken, and we'd be speaking Japanese and German. Take my word for it. Just look at a karate picture. When any karate picture you look at, and when the Japanese fight the Chinese, you will see a German SWAT sticker in their school. And a lady said, I didn't know why they got that in there because they belong to Germany. You see Japanese picture, you see them have the little Hitler mustache. That's their allies. They very tight back then. I don't know if they tight today, but they was tight back in the 1930s and stuff. They was each other's allies. That's why when we get in a fight, England is our allies and stuff like that to protect the country. I understand that, but I wouldn't try to force nobody's beliefs on me. And that's what the other people do. They like to try to force things on people and make because to me They be saying they want to be God, and they're not. I don't listen to nothing they say. I look at their channel, but I just see how they do, and some of them would actually stand in place, and when they get what they want, and the person, oh, that's when you walk any place, person, can I help you? They just say some of them won't even answer that, and so the person don't know who you're. That person can pretend to be an ordered person. He might not be one. He can come there ready to kill somebody, but they don't see nothing that you say to come out your mouth. They don't want to listen to it. They think they right about everything, like they God's gift to this planet. And I don't like that. Only person I praise and look up to as my boss is the one in the sky, not them. Because that's not right to try to do that to somebody. What they do, because they respect the law. What in this country? We ain't had no law in this country, so that's why I said that's illegal too. But they follow that, but they don't follow policy. Look at it from my point of view. You'll see what I'm talking about and stuff like that. I don't like some of them. Some of them I do like. Some of them do know what they talking about. But some of them just go in places to stand there, and when a person don't react with them, I've seen some of them go back on their word. They contradict themselves all the time. They said we don't have to say anything in the Bible. But the person, I know that when a person don't say nothing, they're ignoring them. They looking for a reaction. That's how they make their money. They ain't gonna tell me it's a hustle. And I even heard another guy said, an author guy. He said, I look at these guys. He said a lot of them be saying, "I'm here to protect your rights." They there to protect their wallets. You hear them always say, "I make more money than you." Why would you say that again? That's belittling the person, make them feel bad. And oh boy, wow, these people getting me upset. I just don't like things that they say. I would never ever talk to anybody like that, and never tell. That's what I'm saying. That the cop can be investigating a murder, so you go tell the people not to talk to the cops. I mean, I understand that because sometimes there's another word people don't like snitches. My mother always said when a person don't like snitches, that means his ass is probably a criminal too. That's why he don't like snitches. Because the person that think like that, they must have got police records and stuff themselves. But if somebody beat up your child and he had a broken arm, and you gonna want people to say, talk to the police, but they tell people don't talk to the cops. That's why a lot of times the cops can't do the investigation, and some of them, ah. I don't want to say no more about that. I'm just talking about the flag. That's what the top is about, the flag. I'm just putting all the other stuff in perspective. And I wish there'd be a little, I know I'm just a person on YouTube, but I wish they'd be a little more nicer when they come into these places. But of course, they not probably going to listen to what I'm saying. They probably know he doesn't know stupid. No, I'm telling the truth. I'm not perfect. I cuss myself sometimes, but I always give praises to the Most High. I always say, "Forgive me for cussing." I know you can help it because when you cuss, that's a demon. He's in you. Everybody got that in them, but you have to know how to control it. Just like in karate, they teach us control and discipline. That's how when something bad try to come out of me, I control it, and I can say, "You gonna see my wife one? You, my wife will tell you I never put my hands on her." But I see mans do that, so that means the demons are controlling him. And so when they cuss like that, I heard them call a cop F you. You know, and even though you got freedom of speech, you still can be a little nice about it. And they run this freedom of speech thing into the ground. But now in some states, if you threaten a cop, he can arrest you, like telling people, I wish you would get killed in the line of duty. Well, why would you say that? No matter if I had a beef with a cop, I would say nothing to him like that. But you can't tell people nothing. They make up, they're their own God. That's the problem with man. They make all these rules and regulations to try to run everybody's life. And that's what happened to him. They couldn't do nothing with the Indian. Or we're going to take him out. Because the Indians wouldn't listen to him. The Indian would fight back then. They still fight to this day, but we don't get Indians don't get no praises like other people do. Um, I don't got nothing against anybody, but right is right. They do that. They try to turn people against one another. That's why when the immigrants come to this country, they are taught that Americans are bad. They only do like to fight and murder people and stuff like that. When they come in, they have a different point of view on you. It's like if you did something in the court of law and stuff like that, you might not even did the crime, and they can lock you up and stuff like that. Sometimes you could be innocent, sometimes you can be really guilty, and they always think that they treat the inmates bad. Some like my friend, he was incarcerated. Oh, I bet you. I heard one of them say, "I bet y'all treat the inmates bad there," but he don't know a lot of inmates in there just fight and stab you. What about that? That's why they had to be so aggressive for correction officer. I had a cousin who was a correction officer for 30 years. He said he's seen a lot of people in there just jump the person, stab them. I guess they don't know that they be going on there because they want to see something negative. That I bet y'all mistreat them. Well, this guy was my cousin was locked up for like 20 years. He said he's seen other immigrants just look at a person and stab them. He seen people get shanked. So that's why the guards had to be aggressive, but they were trying to find something bad about everything. Like I said before, they nick and pick too much at every little stupid thing. And person can't. That's why people on the job. What happened when the boss come around? Like I said the other time on my other video, people act different. They get scared. And see, when the new people come around, some people probably get scared of them. I ain't scared of none of them, but I won't try to fight them in the street 'cause they do have their own opinion, but they try to enforce that on other people. Then there was the threat. I'll sue you with all the interest in. If you gonna sue somebody, you know you gonna get some money out of it. So that's why I'm saying they more about money and some damn First, Second, Third, Fourth Amendment, Fifth Amendment. Some of them is for, but some of them is not. It's just another way. I heard them say, "I make more money than you." I would never tell nobody that to make the person feel worthless or like the S word. Like I'm not like shitless. I don't want to cuss too much on my channel. This is not a cussing channel. Some people like to cuss a lot. I mean, what they be doing, I don't like. So they all follow the flag. But I hear him, here's old glory. And if the flag ain't hanging right, they get all bent out of shape, and then they be trying to change things. These signs is unconstitutional. They go inside a building and stuff like that. They have to have checkpoints too, even though I know it's illegal and stuff like that. But they got these things there for a reason. And they don't seem to understand that. Like I said before, the country was seized, so everything in the country is illegal, including the people that took it. So that's why I said, how could you make somebody a citizen when you wasn't one to begin with? That's why I say Indians believe that paperwork is all illegal and stuff. But that's how it go. I let the Creator deal with it. I can't take on this burden by myself. God is powerful. He can take on anything, but he knows nothing can override him. Nobody can tell him anything. He gonna get people that do bad things and stuff like that. Because when you do bad things and keep doing that, um, that judgment is coming out your own mouth. They said not to judge a person, but y'all do that all the time, calling people out their name tyrant. You don't even know. One cop told me, he said, I had arrested right here where I live at, but another cop in Massachusetts told me I arrested 20 bad cops. When he came across an audit person, he didn't give him time to respond. He just said, "You're a tyrant." And he said, I didn't get a chance to tell him I arrested 20 cops, but his mouth was just like a motor mouth, like just going on like you ran up an engine. He wouldn't even let the cop defend himself, so the cop walked away from him right away. That's right, do the walk of shame. He said, I didn't do no walk of shame. I let him think that I walked away from him because I know he was being idiotic and he didn't let me a chance to explain. And sometimes cop, if you ask him a question, you don't know what kind of mood this cop in or what day he could have had a bad day. He don't have to answer you either. I seen cops do that. He told me, the cops said when they come up to him, I won't say a word. They were to my own support, and they like to get people prized. That's why you know they bosses, they overseers. and I don't, and when they find out that, then people will show you respect too. And you got to get respect to you know you have to get respect to earn respect. So you respect me, I respect you, but sometimes you respect the person, they still don't respect you. And I see a lot of them don't respect nobody. You know, if the cop, I heard a cop even apologize to one or the person, he's still standing there flapping his mouth like a pelican, you know. And I said, I wouldn't even try to talk. That's why a lot of them walk out their face and when the cop said, go first, now you go ahead first. The cop is right because sometimes a person can hit the cop from behind. I see people attack cops from behind. That's his job description. That's why they say walk from the right way. The order person try to say, "Oh, I'll walk in the back," because they always use this, even though it don't be founded. They figure the cop will try to hit them, and that's not the case. He's trained to let people walk in front of him. Cause I seen a YouTube channel, and this one YouTube guy, he was good. He filmed the cops getting hit when they let people walk by, but they try to pretend that everything is not right with the cop too. He protected himself. That's why they said, "Could you walk in front of me?" The heck of the order. No, you walk in front of me. And I seen the cop. He did that. He let the lady uh, walking back him because she refused to walk in front of him, and she ended up stabbing the cop from behind. They know why cops be telling people to walk there, but they everything they say is justified because they follow this law. Laws is here for a reason. Some of them good reasons, some of them bad reasons. That's why I'm not patriotic to this flag. This country is built on blood, sweat, and tears anyway. And everywhere you look, I guarantee you, there's an Indian barrack somewhere underneath the line. You just ain't look at the. He's all over the so-called United States now. I don't call myself an American because the country was named after a foreigner, American Bambushi. I don't call myself that. I just say, my mother said I'm an indigenous person, the original people of the land. And I gotta correct people on that when they talk about Seminoles. That's not his tribe either. He's saying runaway slave, the word Seminole. He talking about a slave running from his master. And that's what they think they are. They think they're the masters. That's why they would say, I'm your boss. And they follow a law that wasn't even supposed to be in this country. But in a way, the laws are here to protect you, just like policies here to protect you. When they think they're not, I don't care what they say, they're not going to get rid of checkpoints. Because I heard everyone say, everybody coming there is not a criminal. They know that, but some people coming there is criminal. You can have a person walk in a supermarket and have a gun. Most supermarkets they don't have no metal detector on it. That's why they're going to start putting the metal detectors in supermarkets. So I hope y'all like this topic, the flag. So I'm signing off. Praises to the Most High. Don't ever forget Him, and He's your boss, not audit people, because they run that into the ground. They don't never say, "I give God praises for letting me breathe another day." He's breathing through you right now, and the air that come out of your body and out of your nose is His. He's giving you permission to live and stuff like that. He could take you out, but he's not. He don't have an addictive heart. And sometimes I get angry and I gotta control myself because demons and Satan they want you to do that stuff. When they cuss out cops like that, they think they get satisfaction. Satan looking at them, ha ha, he's doing right what I want him to do. That's why Satan to give you glory too, but it's not gonna last because it's evil. You can have $1 million mansion if you got a disloyalty. God will take it away from you eventually. Then He'll use other people to take you eventually. That's why you got to follow the Lord. People don't forget about Him. Even though I see singers when they get a Grammy, you don't see none of them on the stage. I give praises to the Most High. All they interest in the Grammy and their money. That is like a lot of other people. That's the money is their goddamn God, and I don't like it. So now I'm getting angry. So praise the Most High. I have to stop because those demons trying to make you contradict, trying to make me contradict me, and I'm not supposed to do that. But see, I know it's hard, but you got to fight him because Satan he takes souls. He get that's why he gets so young because he knows his time is limited. He got powers, but his powers are limited. They're not like the Most High. That's why he take children now because children is easy to be fed this garbage, and they easy to get after to get their soul and spirit. It's like me. I can mostly read people. Like I met a girl and her husband, and they looked at me. I said, I could tell y'all about having fun. You don't like being around people that have confrontations. You just want to enjoy life and sit back with your wife and look at television and like drink. I don't know if you drink a soda or tea, and just relax. I enjoy life, not getting high. I get high on God, good things, and I get high on life. A girl asked me that when I was in high school. What do you get high on? I said love. I get high on love. I don't get high on what you thinking about. If you ever get married, marry a girl and stay with that one woman for life. That's how it's supposed to be, and stuff like that. I wanted to marry my son's mother at one time, but it didn't work out. That don't mean I'm a bad person. I'm not contradicting myself. She didn't want to get married, so I got a ring for her. I'm not bad mouthing her too. That's my son's mother. I'm just saying she probably wasn't ready to get married, but I was because I was much older than her. See, I'm honest. And the ring I gave her, she took it and sold it. I don't care. That was a long time ago. Um, so I try to do the right thing. I don't want to be a phony, which I know a lot of them is. Getting back to the flag, hey, if that's your perspective, I tell people, I encourage you, hey, you like the flag, salute it. But I wish people understand my point of view, where I'm coming from. I don't want nobody coming at me and saying, I heard what you said about the flag. I'm not disrespecting the flag because I know people died for that flag. And some people shouldn't even have been in certain wars, like the Vietnam War. I had a cousin that fought in that war. He said, I shouldn't even, some so didn't even know why they was there. And stuff like that. That's why when they tried to recruit me in '76, I wasn't going to no army. And back then, that's when they used to come to people's house and ring your doorbell. They try to recruit you right in your house. Now they got an office you can go to and get recruited right to the house. But back then, they used to come to your house and ring your doorbell. They were looking for men. But what I'm saying, Indians, hey, what are you doing, Smokey? I want y'all to see my cat before I sign up. Here, Smokey. He over there looking on the floor. So, y'all get it. Always give praises to the Most High because He's the cause you exist. And when the guy said to me, what are your people done to contribute to this country? My people lost their life, and the flag wasn't nice to them. They used to storm what they call now reservations and just kill everybody that they saw. They killed thousands of children and women and took their scalps for trophies and stuff. Some of it was done for hair because you got $50 for the children's scalp and $100 for the man's scalp. So hair was profit back then, and that's not good. So I just want everybody to stay safe and enjoy life. Don't listen to what some people say. Sometimes you can't even listen to what the churches say because they can work for Satan too. If you see something wrong in the church, like I was saying, the pastor didn't like what I was saying. So you're a man of God. You're supposed to be able to take anything I say. Jesus took everything because Jesus didn't have nothing wrong with him. Like nobody's like without sin. But you gotta just follow what the Creator said, not man. I don't listen to what man say. 'Cause man will give you something to steer you into a ditch or a sewer. And man should respect women because if it wasn't for a woman, his behind wouldn't be here either. She created him, so a woman is special. That's why, like, I talk to women, and some women get wrong impression. I try to talk. No, I glorify her. I appreciate her because if it wasn't for a woman, man wouldn't be here. And like my wife know, when we got married, a man supposed to connect with a woman, just like you take battery cable to connect them to a car. A man supposed to connect with a woman. My woman, I don't like the word woman. That's my woman. It sounds like she's my property. I respect her as a flower. A man supposed to respect the woman because she give him life, and the Creator give both of them life. He put them organism in the man. His sperm is an organism. That's why I had nowhere to go because God put them in there. They don't even have eyes or nothing, but they could see where to go to make the woman pregnant. So that's beautiful. And that's why God put that here. I don't judge people on anything. I just tell my son to stay away from people. I'm not judging because you can tell by looking at a person that if his vibe is good or if it's not. You can't read a person's mind, but the eyes are the soul to the windows. If you look at a person's eyes, the eyes look like they talking, like it got little eyes and mouth, and it's like looking at you. Yeah, I want to hurt you. You ever have been around people like that? I've been around people like that in Brooklyn. This guy invited me to a party, and he said, "Come on, Red Hawk, we're going to a party." And his eyes told me he wanted to do harm to me or kill me. You can, it's not reading mine, but the eyes looked at evil. His eyes just, I could see a mouth, nose, in his eyes. So, like, I really could understand his eyes looked like a face, and it meant something bad, so I wouldn't go. And it's good that I didn't go to the party, because mans are trying to tempt me with other mans. It's like people know I'm married, and they figure I'm just like other mans. Like this guy said, "Yo, Real, look at those fine girls." I said, "I'm married." Somebody, what your wife won't know want her, because men think all men are the same, but I'm not like that. If I'm with a woman, I'm gonna stay with her and to death do us part. And we've been knowing one another ever since 1974, 40 years before we even got married. So I never put my hands on her. We argue, everybody argue, but we don't get physical like some people. Like my cousin used to beat up his wife, and so he used to get physical with her. And if you don't treat a woman right, she'll go someplace else. That's why you gotta be, a woman is very nurturing. You supposed to be caring for her, nurture her like you, like a cat nurse his children with milk. Well, I'm not saying you can't do a woman like that. I'm just saying like you're supposed to nourish her and make her feel like a flower, make her feel special. She's your queen, not to make her feel like an old wilted blanket or like when you see a plant shrivel up and die. That's all about what I was saying before. It goes back to the flag. So I hope people take this in stride. I'm not trying to be mean or nasty or attacking the flag that people love so much. I'm trying to, and another thing I'm going to speak on it again. I don't know if it's a flag or a banner because sometimes they say Star Spangled Banner. Is it a banner first and it became a flag later? Because some people tell me the flag are really supposed to be hanging up. People, it's supposed to be when, like the flag, I think the guy told the flag really supposed to not be hanging up. It's supposed to be on something else, he said. I don't want to say nothing to get corrected, but I can take that, but most people can't. Like I said, the flag, um, all the stuff you see is contracts. Indians know, like everything in America is illegal. Like I said before, you can go on the stock market and find out what you're worth, but you can't get nothing from it because your birth, a bond, like a stock bond, it looks just like a birth certificate. In a way, it is the same thing. You can't get no money for, but they want to see how much you're worth in case something really broke out bad here, bad. They'll send you behind right to another country to fight, whether you like it or not. Some people chose, if a person really loyal to his culture, he would go he would go to jail before he would go to another country. Like I respect Muhammad Ali because he went to jail. He didn't want to go fight in another country. And he had to, even though he was a champion, he had to win that all back that was taken from him. So that's what I'm saying. When they gave the belt to the other guy, that was illegal. See what I'm talking about? The same thing with what I said. Everything is illegal in a country, but the Indian. And the Indian always believe, I say indigenous. Indigenous people always believe that everybody got different beliefs. Some they believe that they didn't come from no other place or no other motherland. They was created by powerful beings in the other way. They got other worlds and portals and stuff like that, like this Indian in Arizona. I think he was Hopi. I seen on the History Channel. He went to a door, opened up, and nobody never saw him again. He went in that door, but he didn't want to be taken or go on a reservation or taken from his land. And they said he did that about 175 years ago. He might not be alive. He could be alive in another world. And they said the Indians said he never came out. He didn't want to go where the white man told him to go to back then. When I say white to a person that think he's got power over. That's what they did. That's why you had white supremacists always said white power. He think he's superior to everybody on the planet. That's how the other people think. They think they superior to everybody. So something ain't right with that either. You don't supposed to think like that. And I think some of them is fools. I see the way they treat elderly people too. They wouldn't want nobody talking to their grandmother like that. If some of them have grandmother, I see the way they talk. I see them getting an argument at the post office. This lady, and they told her, "Look at your run over shoes. Get a better car." Why you say all that? So they try to belittle people like they got a firecracker in their pocket that you don't say what I say. I agree with me. It's gonna blow up. That's how they act because they follow this law. But you know, everything always changes. The laws change all the time. This is a different law from like the 60s or something like that. And they seem to have a problem with people that wear makeup. And even I spoke to a camera woman. She said the other people must know too. A lot of them can't get in places either. Because they said, I bet you let another person come in with makeup on their face. And this lady, no, they don't. I seen a eyewitness news man got arrested because he was trying to go in a building. So they keep saying that they want everybody to think that they're the only one that can do this stuff. I don't like that. I mean, if you want to follow the law, I mean, the law is here for a reason. I get that, but like laws wasn't supposed to be in this country. When the Indians had this country, but the country got seized. That's why the laws, man made up laws so he can govern the other people. I don't like none of this stuff. That's why I believe in one boss. Like I said, that's God. They want you to listen to them because they think they God. Otherwise, they would keep rubbing that in people's face. I'm your boss. I pay your salary. Yeah, and if you didn't pay that guy's salary, you would have no money either. You wouldn't have no money to take out. People take the taxes out. Then when they go in, I see them going like one guy said he been in like 8 different states and 8 different post office or places like that. They always say that I'm a taxpayer. I don't think your tax dollar cover every state. I think it just cover the state that you're in. So that's why I know again they be lying. I follow God. That's who I follow. I don't follow man. I don't I don't do things like that. You know, like I said, I hope you like what I'm saying on my next topic. So I'm getting ready to sign off to everybody that's watching. I hope you like what I said. I hope you don't find this boring or I'm not trying to gain no clout. I just like to talk. I'm not trying to ask for money for myself. When I did ask for money, it's not for me. I want to start a GoFundMe page, like I said before, for the Pueblo village in New Mexico, the Pueblo Apaches. They don't get no help. Or they ain't got no sponsors, but people come to this country, they get sponsors just like that. I don't hate no other person because I got immigrants for friends. They even agree with me. They say you're right when immigrants come in, they can get things that you can't even get. So let me sign off. I hope you enjoy what I said. Don't follow men, follow God and in your heart. Because sometimes a man can lead you down a ditch. Like I said, I'm not saying that they all bad. I know they got some other people out there that do, and some of them that's going these places to win. Uh, once they win their freedom to talk, they won't leave. They think they can never do no harm. They don't care about people's feelings. They don't care about that person. They're not harm. Say you got rights too, but yeah, but your rights override them because you think you're the boss. All right, so let me go. I'll talk to y'all on my next topic. Donna. Wado to everybody. I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you.